friends, welcome back to my channel. Today we will be making this cute Puffle from the video game Club Penguin. I used to play Club Penguin when I would come home from school when I was younger. Comment down below if you used to play too. And if you like what you see here today, please consider liking and subscribing. Comment down below what you'd like to see next. And if you would like to learn how to crochet amigurumi in more detail if you are a beginner, I highly suggest my comprehensive online course, How to Crochet Amigurumi for Beginners, and I'll link that in the description as well. So let's get started. For this project, you will need medium worsted weight yarn. I'm using orange for this puffle, but you can use any color that you would like. You will also need black and white felt for the details on the face, a 4mm crochet hook, some scissors, a cat fur brush to brush out the hair, and I will link it in the description which one I use, some sewing pins, a stitch marker, and a sewing needle. You will also need fiberfill stuffing to stuff your plushie. So let's jump in. First, we are going to start by making the body. So you are going to grab your 4mm crochet hook and you are going to make a slip knot. And now you can either do the magic circle, or for my beginners, I'll do an easier method. You are going to chain 2 and inserting your hook into the second chain from the hook, you are going to single crochet 6. So if you're doing a magic circle, you're going to do 6 single crochets into that magic circle. Okay, and then you are going to pull that tight. And next we are going to increase the whole way around. So you are going to increase 6 times. Now this is usually where I like to insert my stitch marker just to make sure that I don't lose track of where I am. You can always count, but I like to have this just as an extra safety. So now for this next round, we are going to single crochet increase the whole way around. So that'll be 6 times. So you'll single crochet 1, increase 1, and you're going to repeat that sequence 5 more times. Now for this next round, we are going to single crochet 2, increase 1, 6 times, so the whole way around. Now you are going to single crochet 3, increase 1 the whole way around. Now you're going to single crochet 4, increase 1 the whole way around. Now you will single crochet 5, increase 1 the whole way around. And just another tip for my beginners, the side that we're looking at right now will be our outside. So as it starts to fold in, just make sure that that is your outside, and the one with the tail, that goes on the inside. So for this next row, we are going to single crochet 6, increase 1 the whole way around. Now you are going to do your last increasing row before we do our rows of single crochets. So for this one, you are going to single crochet 7, increase 1 the whole way around. Now you are going to do your rows of single crochets. So you are going to single crochet the whole way around for 10 rows. So I will meet you back here after you've done that. After you've finished your 10th row of single crochets, we are going to start our decreasing rows. So for the first round, you are going to do 7 single crochets, 1 decrease. That's 6 times, so it's the whole way around. And I am doing invisible decreases just to make my work a little bit cleaner. For this next row, you are going to do 6 single crochets, 1 decrease, and do that sequence 6 times, so the whole way around. Now you are going to single crochet 5, decrease 1 the whole way around. Now you are going to single crochet 4, decrease 1 the whole way around. Now you are going to take your fiber fill stuffing and stuff your work. I like to stuff mine pretty well because I like it to be nice and round. So I like to fit pretty much as much polyfill that I can fit in there without there starting to be gaps between my work. After you have finished stuffing, you are going to single crochet 3, decrease 1 the whole way around. Now you are going to single crochet 2, decrease 1 the whole way around. Now you are going to single crochet 1, decrease 1, 6 times, so the whole way around. And now you are going to decrease 6 times. Now you're going to pull a little tail out and cut it. And then you are going to weave in through the front of those 6 stitches. And you are going to pull that shut. And then you are going to just poke that tail in. And there you have your puffle body. Now we are going to create the hair cap where we're going to attach the yarn. So it's going to go right over the top here and we will sew it on. So to start, you are going to make a slip knot, chain 2, and in the second chain from the hook, single crochet 6. Then you're going to pull that tight, and you are going to increase 6 times. And this is usually where I like to insert my stitch marker. For the next round, we are going to single crochet 1, increase 1 6 times, so that is the whole way around. Now you are going to single crochet 2, increase 1 the whole way around. Now you are going to single crochet 3, increase 1 the whole way around. Now single crochet 4, increase 1 the whole way around. Now single crochet 5, increase 1 the whole way around. Now single crochet 6, increase 1 the whole way around, and this will be our last increasing row. Now that you have finished your last increasing row, you are going to single crochet the whole way around for 2 rows. So I'll meet you back here after you've done that. So now that you have finished your 2 rows of single crochets, you can remove your stitch marker and we are going to fasten off. So go ahead and do a slip stitch. And I like to leave a long tail for sewing. And cut that off. And here is our hair cap. So that will go right on to the top of the body right there, and we will be sewing it on. However, we are going to be attaching the hair onto the cap before we sew it onto the body. So I'll show you exactly how we're going to do that. We are now going to cut our strands of hair that we are going to attach to our hair cap. So these are about 7 to 8 inches in length, and you are just going to cut 30 of them to start, and you can always cut more as you're going along and as you're attaching them. Now we are going to start attaching our hair to our hair cap. So I just took a little bit of a smaller crochet hook. This is a 2.75 millimeter. You can use your 4 millimeter crochet hook to do this. I just find it's a little bit easier with a smaller hook. So what you're going to do is, as you can see, right here is the row that we will be sewing onto the body, and this row right here is where we're going to attach the first set of yarn for our hair. Now we are going to do every other stitch, and I'll show you exactly what that looks like. So you're going to just choose one, insert your hook in, and as you can see, I'm going right behind that stitch. Grab a piece of yarn, grab that with your hook, and pull it through. And then you're going to insert your fingers here and pull that through, pull it tight so that it's a knot and it's attached now. So if you were to go in and insert your hook into the next one, then that would be right next to it. So we are actually going to skip this one right here and go to the next one and do the exact same thing there. Grab that yarn, pull it through, and then make that knot there and pull it tight. So as you can see, there's going to be a little gap there in between, and we are going to continue this until we go the whole way around the head, so making sure that you're doing every other one. Now that you have attached your yarn the whole way around, we are going to go to the next row. So what you are going to do is count 1, 2, 3 rows in, and right here are where you're going to start attaching more yarn. Now you'll need to cut more as you go, but you'll kind of see how many you need as you go along. But basically what we are going to do is you're going to start attaching them every other one, just like you did for this row. However, you're going to try to put them in between these ones so that there isn't just a big gap here, so that it fills in just a bit. Do it as best as you can. Whenever you do brush it out, it won't matter as much because, as you can see, the hair fluffs out quite a bit. So let's start attaching. You're going to attach them just as you did for the first ones. Pull that through and create that knot. And then you are going to skip one and attach them here. And it is a little bit more difficult because it starts to go down a little bit in stitches. So it's not exact in between all the other ones, but just do as best as you can. And you're going to continue attaching all the way around every other one, just as you did for this. After you have finished that round of attaching the hair, you are going to go, and this will be the last round of you attaching hair, but you are going to go 3 rows in again. So 1, 2, 3, and right below that, we will start to attach the hairs again. And just as we did before, you will do every other row, and you will try to do them in between the other rows, just to fill in some of those gaps whenever you brush it out. Now that we have finished tying those onto our hair cap, we are actually going to sew it onto the body before we brush it out. It just makes it a little bit easier. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take one of the pieces of yarn that we didn't use, and I am actually going to tie this hair up, kind of like in a ponytail, just to keep it out of the way so it makes it easier for us to sew the hair cap onto the body. And you can just tie it like that. If you'd like to double knot it, you can, just so that it doesn't come undone. So you're going to grab the body here, or the head, whatever you want to call it, and you are going to stick the hair cap right on top here. So you want to try to line it up with one of the rows here, and just make it as even as possible on each of the sides. Then you're going to take your sewing pins and you're going to pin that down carefully. And then once you pin it on, you can grab your sewing needle or darning needle, and then we are going to sew it on. So the way that I like to sew on parts of amigurumi, and if you already know how to do this, feel free to skip through, but I'll show you just a little tutorial that I found makes it a little bit more seamless. So what you're going to do is you're going to go in between a row of stitches on your work, pull that through, and then you're going to weave up through the front and back loop on that hair cap there. So let's do that again. Go in between right there, pull through, and weave up through that other one. Then we're going to do that the whole way around until we reach where we started. And when you get to the end, you are going to cut your tail off and you are going to push that into your work. Now here comes the fun part. You can remove that yarn that was holding the hair together and shake it out, and we are going to grab our cat brush and we are going to start brushing our yarn. Now a few tips, you'll want to, it's kind of loud so I'll turn the sound down while I'm brushing, but you'll kind of want to go right to the root there and brush up. And don't be afraid to apply some pressure. It will take several strokes to get it to this consistency, but we're going to brush the whole way around the head, and then we're going to part the hair and we're going to brush it just like that and keep going. And you will lose quite a bit of yarn. Don't be alarmed. That's okay. We're going to trim this up when we get to this stage anyway. After you are done brushing it out, it should be soft and it should be light, and it's okay if you lost a lot. Have a heavy hand when it comes to this, so I tend to lose a lot of yarn. So as you can see, this is just a little bit too long for what we're going for here. So we are going to trim this up, and the hair on the puffles is, you know, pretty rough and jaggedy, so it's okay to just go at it with the scissors. And I'll show you how I'll do it, and then you can do it however you would like. And then when you get it to your desired length, you can shape it however you would like. And there's your Puffle's hair. So next we are going to do the face details in felt. So for the face details, you are going to need black and white felt, your scissors, and then something to attach it with. So you can either needle felt it on, you can sew it on, or you can use fabric glue. I'm going to use a combination of needle felting and fabric glue, and I'll show you exactly how I do that. And if you've never needle felted before, this is a felting needle. It is very sharp at the end, so be careful if you do use it. Basically what you do is you cut out the felt pieces and you'll poke it into the work so that it attaches. So you are going to cut out your pieces, the white part of your eyes, and you can make them look however you would like, and then the black parts, and then a little white dot, and then you can cut out your mouth however you would like. I'll show you how I'm doing mine for this puffle. So as you can see, I cut my pieces out of felt, so I didn't attach them yet. But for the white felt, you are going to do 2 ovals together, and that is one piece, and they don't have to be even. For example, on this one I had them uneven because I had them looking to the side. You can do whatever you prefer to do. And then I cut out 2 ovals from the black and just 2 very small white circles just to make those pupils there. And then for the mouth for this one, I am doing a large smile with some teeth there. But if you would like, you can do a smile without teeth or just a plain smile with a closed mouth. It's all up to you. But I'm going to needle felt this on here, and I'm going to glue the other pieces on. Congratulations, you finished your puffle. If you make this, tag me in your creations on social media and comment down below what you'd like to see next. Thanks for joining me for another crochet tutorial, and I'll see you real soon.